Naomi Stockman from My Local Hypnosis. I just wanted to jump on today. I've been at home all day other than a quick stint to the shops to get some food. And I just wanted to talk about our comfort zone and how we can use that to grow. So who's feeling out of their comfort zone? I know I definitely am. It's a time like no other that I've ever experienced. And I don't know what's going to happen. The government's telling us that we're all in this together, but they're spewing money into the economy. Well, not really spewing, but hemorrhaging. And it's hard to wonder how those billions of dollars are ever going to be paid back. The foreign debt's going to be enormous by the time we get out of this. So we're not sure what the long-term effects will be. And suddenly our lives are all turned upside down. We can't socialise. We're isolated. Millions of people have lost their jobs. So our uncertainty is really high. And, you know, we all need some uncertainty. It's called variety. But too much causes a complete feeling of fear. And that terror, it's physical, that chaos, when it spreads throughout the community, through a country, throughout the whole world, there's a chaos theory that says that if you want to gain control, first create chaos. And I mean, think about it right now. If you have cash, you can't even use it as a legal tender. So this morning, my son went to buy food and the cashier at the supermarket, he went to the local IGA, told him that he could not pay with a $50 note. As of 3 a.m., they can't accept cash. So can you imagine now cash is at this moment in time worthless. And we don't know, is this temporary? Will we be able to use cash again? Will it be abolished? Okay, hoarders, get your stash out from under your mattress and bank it. There's no need for the government to give society instructions because fear is the leader here, the motivator. Fear. Think about it, the feeling. Will my house still be worth anything in 6 months? Will my super still be worth anything? I spoke to someone the other day and they said their super had gone down $7,000 in the last 3 days. And that's not a nice feeling. So there's 160,000 Australians predicted to die. We don't know. Are they going to die? Are my parents are over 70. Will they die? Is my job secure? Is my business going to make it? So right now, we are outside our comfort zones collectively. Well, maybe except the people who love managing crisis, but they might be in their element. I'm not really sure. But most of us are outside their comfort zones. And you know where personal growth is, don't you? That's right. We've read the memes. It's right outside our comfort zone. Where we are right now, this is the point, a collective point which we all are in, for communal growth. And it's caused by this cataclysmic pandemic. See, there's two new words I'd never heard of before a couple of months ago. Cataclysmic pandemic. And I even had to Google what they even meant. So that just shows how good my life's been. I've never had any cataclysm or pandemics. And in this space outside our comfort zone, we've got the opportunity to grow. So that's apparently the theory. So what does personal growth look like during this time of complete uncertainty? What does that even mean? Well, it's super easy during easy times to just cruise through life. You don't have to have a strong foundation. You don't have to have faith in anything. You don't have to dig deep. As a society, we are just all overstressed, overindulged, underconnected. So we don't need to contribute all that much. We just need to fulfill our own hedonistic needs, and we do that really well. So mental health, as a consequence, has become one of the biggest causes of sick leave for employers. So productivity in our country reduced by people's mental health. So we have everything, but our foundations are crumbling. We have enough, but we are not sure that we are enough. And by are enough, we mean good enough, strong enough. Am I likable enough? Am I wealthy enough, interesting enough? Do I have enough of things, hard enough, working, lovable enough, just enough? And now suddenly that rug of false society, of the value system that we've raised to value, is being pulled out from under us. So life as we know it is filled now with uncertainty. We had certainty before, and now we have uncertainty. So it's completely upside down. So suddenly we have something else to focus on beside our inadequacies. So we're in survival mode. And in survival mode, our sympathetic nervous system kicks in. And what does that mean? You might have heard of a mother or many mothers doing incredible things to save their kids. That fight or flight moment where the adrenaline pounds through and they lift a car to save their child's life. That's that sympathetic nervous system flooding the body with adrenaline. But in this time of unrest, we don't need to fight. We need to stay home. There's nothing to fight here. We don't need to run. We need to consciously and diligently dig deeper, gain control of that voice in our head, and we all have it. And that voice runs our life. So we need to switch off that sympathetic nervous system, switch off that fight or flight, all that cortisol, all that adrenaline, switch that off and initiate our parasympathetic nervous system, which allows us to rest and digest. Because in a parasympathetic state, our immune system can strengthen. So we can't work on our immunity while we are stressed. And you already know that when you're stressed, that's when you get sick. That's when you're vulnerable to illness. So right now, dig deep, find the foundations of who you are, find the strength within you, that faith in humanity, faith in life. And one thing I find causes stress and panic is when we focus outwards on a large scale. The world is falling apart. We're going into a global depression. This year, next year, the future, everything's so far, so big, so wide, so broad, and you're so small. So boom, sympathetic nervous system floods you with complete panic. It's an absolutely physical response. So bring everything in, bring it down, reduce the scope, narrow your mind down to your city, down to your street, your house, bring it into the room, bring it into your own body, in here. And instead of catastrophizing, and if that's even a word, extrapolating the disaster across 6 or 12 months into the future, which is just way too much for your mind to cope with, bring it back to this month, bring it back to this week now, bring it back to today, bring it back to right now. So instead of mentally conceptualizing the entire world over an endless future of unknown uncertainty, bring your awareness right now to just your body, in your home right now. Yep, you're breathing. Arms and legs, they're still on. Well, unless you're an amputee, but that's okay. Whatever was there before COVID-19 is still there. And that's where you'll find your strength, your growth, your foundations. Right here, right now, you've got something to eat. You've got your internet on, or you wouldn't be watching this, and you are okay. And that's where you need to keep your focus, right here, right now, on your family. Actually, I had to tell you a story. I had a client in the clinic who was worrying about his job. Huge uncertainty, and it was causing him mental anguish, really taking up the real estate in his mind. And he adores his family. And I said to him, if you were able to spend 2 months at home with your wife and kids, really spend time with them, play with them, just relax with them, and just be a family at home, would you enjoy that? And he said he would. He said, yeah, of course. And I asked him, would you call that a holiday? We would call that a holiday, right? And he agreed. That's a holiday. And I suggested to him, if he had the opportunity imposed on him to spend 2 months at home with his family, the only difference between a holiday and a complete feeling of isolation, panic, and despair was in the mind. And we all have that power, that voice, that voice in your head which is screaming, I'm not safe. Don't ignore it. Stop. Speak to it. Really focus on it. Yes, I can hear you. Acknowledge it. I'm here. I hear you. It's okay. Do not be afraid. And in the greatest periods of uncertainty in my life, there's been many uncertainties and great ones, those words have pulled me through every time. Do not be afraid. I am safe. And that brings everything back to the here and now. So the experts, they're all wrong. We are not in this together. We are in this as individuals. And as individuals, we can make an impact on each other by getting comfortable with the uncomfortable and helping other people do the same. So remember, bring it back right here, right now, in your body. All your arms and legs are on, food available still, and talk to that voice in your head. Reassure it. Reframe the situation. Enjoy the opportunity. Make the most of the opportunity, because there is always opportunity in chaos. Naomi Stockman, My Local Hypnosis. Chat soon.